Alright, here are some Tekken 8. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is one of the craziest sets in Tekken 8 so far. This first set is a little warm-up. This first set is just me playing the game. You know, this is my first match on. But the second set of this video is absolutely insane. I didn't even know what happens in that set. I literally didn't even know it was possible to happen. So, anyways, stay tuned for that. I know it's a little clickbaity, but I swear it is definitely something that you don't see every day. And again, I have never even seen it before, so just stay tuned, But yeah, continuing the Victor Ryan, trying to get to Tekken King. As you can see, I haven't really been doing this every day. For a game like Street Fighter 6, I was playing, every single day. And that's on purpose. That is something that I'm doing on purpose because I ended up getting annoyed by Street Fighter 6 when I grinded it the way that I did. So, for example, Tekken 8 is about to be 3 months old, and I have about 120 hours on the game. But Street Fighter 6, I had 200 hours on the game when the game was only 2 months old. So, obviously, I played Street Fighter 6 way more. I grinded Street Fighter 6 way more. But, I shouldn't have done that because now I'm in a spot for Street Fighter 6 where I'm waiting for a character that I like to be added to the game. One thing that I like about Tekken 8 is I've played a bunch of characters already and I've liked all of them. The list is I've played Victor, I played Devil Jin, I played Brian, I played Dragonov, I'm gonna play Steve eventually. I played Jin, I played Reina. I feel like I'm missing someone. I played Kazuya a little bit. These are all characters that I've played, and I've all genuinely enjoyed. And, I'm trying to get Jin to blue rank. I should probably get Dragonov to blue rank as well, but I haven't tried. I almost got Devil Jin's right next to blue rank, These are all characters that I'm just grinding and ranking. And I like it. Like, they're all very fun. But the problem is, with a game like Street Fighter 6, it has like half the roster size. And I've said this about Street Fighter 6 since before it even came out. The roster is the worst part of that game. And you know what? It's the part that's holding me from playing it every day. Simply put, I think putting the Street Fighter 2 roster in was the worst idea they could have done. You have a game that it's the first ever game in the series to be modeled after Third Strike. It's the first ever game to take place after Third Strike in the story. It has the music, the aesthetics, some of the gameplay mechanics from Third Strike. And with that being said, there is not a single Third Strike character in the game. So, the Street Fighter 2 roster is way too overused. I don't think Dhalsim deserves to be in the game. I don't think Blanca deserves to be in the game. I don't think Honda deserves to be in the game. The only Street Fighter 2 character that deserves to be in the game is Cammy Guile, because they are, they're like the essential Street Fighter characters, and DJ, because DJ is barely in any Street Fighter games. The rest of the Street Fighter 2 roster just doesn't fit the game at all. It does not fit what they were going for, and they're just not fun. They're boring. They're in every game. And that holds me back personally because I find it hard to grind. I really do. It's hard to grind when you don't have any characters that you want to play, you know? I just named you like 7 or 8 Tekken 8 characters that I enjoy playing or that I want to play. But for Street Fighter 6, I got Marisa to master. Ken is only a few games away from master. I got Guile to master, and I got JP to master. If you notice, 2 of those characters, Marisa and JP, that I got to master, are brand new characters. Right? So I'm playing brand new characters in a Street Fighter game because the returning roster is horrible. I don't want to play Street Fighter 2 characters, you know? I'm Ken biased, right? I always like Ken. But the only reason I was playing Guile is because, number 1, he is kind of cool in that game, but number 2, he was pretty hard to play, and I wanted to play a hard character and get them to master. But I have no, there's no part of me that says I want to get Honda to master, or Dawson to master, or Blanca to master, or... It's just unfortunate how that roster is. And, again, it has a big effect on my enjoyment of the game because I feel like I'm not playing any characters that I want to play. Me personally, and you'll notice this, I am someone who cannot play one character in a fighting game. There are a lot of people who can just play one character for the entirety of a game's life cycle, not me. I need to have 2 to 4 characters to play. At least 2 at the minimum. And I don't really have 2 in Street Fighter 6. I could say that Marisa and Ken, I really do like playing Marisa and Ken, but yeah. With Tekken, I named all those characters that I genuinely enjoy playing, and I've played ranked with, and I've ranked up with. And I can't name you that many characters in Street Fighter 6. And obviously, when you grind Street Fighter 6 as much as I did, combined with it not having a roster that I like, it just makes you get annoyed by the game, and you end up having less fun playing it than you should. And that's why I'm not spamming Tekken 8 uploads, because I'm not even playing the game every day. And that I will say that helps keep the game enjoyable. But also the roster helps as well, to be honest. But for Street Fighter 6, it was a combination of the roster wasn't good, and I was overplaying the game. So, yeah, I'm not making that mistake with Tekken. And I couldn't really make that mistake with Mortal Kombat because the game just sucked to play. See, at least with Street Fighter, it's arguably one of the best fighting games ever made, right? So, it's not like the game is just dreadful to play. It's not. It's a great game. It's just that the roster... I'm someone who really just wants to play the game on ranked and grind the game on ranked. And the roster is not a very grindable roster. It's a pretty lame roster, to be honest with you. A lot of characters are missing, and a lot of characters are in the game that shouldn't be in the game. And when they add DLC characters, they are characters that just... Like, why is Rashid, Ed, and Aki in the game? Don't get me wrong. They are very unique, but did anyone really, like, we didn't need them over the Third Strike characters or even some other very core characters that were missing. Either way, obviously Street Fighter 6 is still an amazing game, but I just want to explain why I'm not grinding Street Fighter 6, as well as why I'm not grinding Tekken 8 as much as I grinded Street Fighter 6, because I don't want to make that same mistake again. Although Tekken 8 has a lot of characters that I enjoy playing. Anyways, now talking about this set. This is the craziest set I've ever had in this game. And I also want to go on another rant about this character that I'm fighting. Specifically, if anyone that is watching knows any good tips on how to beat this character. So, in Tekken 8, when you start learning Tekken, and you're gonna see, like, look at this first match. This is horrendous, right? When you first start learning Tekken, the very first thing that you're gonna have to learn to beat is people mashing their face on the controller, right? No matter what, everyone has to learn this. When you're in the low ranks of Tekken, people mash their face on the controller. They really do. And it's very easy to beat, but it doesn't seem easy to beat. So you have to learn how to beat it. And once you learn how to beat it, it's over. No one is going to mash buttons ever again, because you're just going to... Those people are just stuck in low rank, right? But once you learn how to beat that, you know, it becomes very clear. Easy, why not? You know, bam. The problem is, this character right here that I'm fighting is the only character where it feels like mashing your face on the controller is genuinely the best way to play him. And again, I've never played this character, so I don't know. I don't know if this is hard. I don't know if he's even a good player, right? All I know is that when you're getting hit by it, and when you're looking at it, it looks like, as you saw in that first match, he literally steamrolled me. I had no idea what to do. It genuinely looks like he is matching his face on the controller. And he is just guessing where he's going to hit me, and I have to guess where he's going to hit me. Every time I fight this character, it literally feels like it's 100% luck. I just have to guess where I'm going to get hit. And he just has to guess where I'm not blocking. That's what it feels like. Literally, it feels like a guess every single time. So, does anyone have tips on beating this guy? Like, anyone? This is the only character I feel this way with. It feels like when you fight this character, you're playing the lowest level of Tekken, but he is a god at playing the lowest level of Tekken, which is mashing your face on the controller. And again, I don't know if this is hard to do, but it sure looks like that this guy is mashing his face as hard as he can on the controller. And as you saw in that first match, he was really going ham, and this is how I beat the character. This is how I adapt. But here's the problem. This doesn't really work all the time. I adapt to this character by not letting him play the game. That's what I do. So what he's doing to me, where he's mashing his face on the controller, that's essentially how I beat him. I do the most random moves possible to throw him off and mix up, you know, low, mids. I just go crazy. I mix everything up. I mix up throws. I mix everything into there and just make him guess. And literally just attack him, just be as aggressive as possible to not allow him to play the game. That's what I do. And obviously that's a strat that can work on many characters in this game. It's not a bad strat to have. But this is the only character where I genuinely feel like if I am not stopping him from playing the game, then the game is just in the hands of the Lord, and I just have to pray that I guess correctly on what he's going to do. Because if I don't, it's a loss. It doesn't feel like I can react to anything. It doesn't feel like I can make a read on him. It just feels 100% like luck whenever I'm on the defense end of this character. So my genuine only counter to this character is to just not let him play the game. So yeah, and I also hate how popular he's become. I fight him so much. And some of it leads me to believe that he is actually a really broken top tier character. But I don't know. It's just so hard to tell with this character. It really is. People always say, the number one thing people say about this character is that the better you get at the game, the worse this character becomes. And I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not seeing it. And I can say that that does apply to a lot of characters in this game, but not for this character. It still feels like I am literally just guessing on where to block. That's all it feels like. Even in blue rank, about to be purple rank, or lord ranks, whatever they're called, it still feels like I'm just guessing. So, yeah. Any tips would be greatly appreciated, because he is someone that I just cannot figure out. I don't know why, but I just can't do it. Now, if you told me that there is no way to reliably beat this guy, then I'm gonna be honest, I would not be surprised, because it literally doesn't feel like it. It just feels like it's all luck and it's all guessing. And I don't feel that way about any character in this game. I don't even feel that way about the top tiers. Like, I don't even feel that way about Dragonov. And don't get me wrong, he's broken. But literally, it just feels like this is a guess. I don't know. But you're about to see the craziest moment I've ever had in Tekken 8 ranked. And I want to make this clear. This is my promotion match here, alright? This is a promotion match here. What you're about to see happens in a promotion match. Absolutely insane. So again, I'm just trying to be very unpredictable here, because I just feel like that's the only way I can beat this character. Go for the grab. We're both low. Final round. Final match. Bam. Double KO. I've never seen this before. I did not know that if you're on the final round of the final match, it makes you play another match. So again, this is my promotion match. This happened on my promotion match against a character that I admit I am very, very weak against. So obviously it ain't looking good. Now I have to play a fourth match. I've never had to play a fourth match in a wait. Yeah, no. I've never had to play. I'm thinking like, wait, is this the third match? No, I'm dumb. I've never had to play 4 matches against a character in this game in ranked, let alone one of my most hated characters in the entire game. So I gotta lock in, right? I gotta secure this promotion. Again, strat has kicked fully into play here, which is do not let him play the game. Obviously, the rounds that I lose, it's because he did not let me play the game. And with this character, he is quite possibly the best character in the entire game for not letting you play the game, because it's just a guess. Again, maybe it's not. That's why I'm asking for help here, because I don't know if it's a guess, but it sure looks and feels like a guess, and it's never changed the entire time I've played. Whereas every single character in the game, I've been able to figure out how to play against them, but not this character. It still feels like a guess, so I genuinely don't know at this point. However, it's okay, because I gotta make him guess, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I gotta make this guy guess. Just gotta be aggressive. Mink, and there it is. Promotion match. You know, if you can help me, give me some tips on fighting that character, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, you know, like, subscribe. The ranked grind will continue. It ain't going nowhere. And yeah. Just stay tuned for more. Peace.